I got this. I can feel the muck power. Fuck me. Not perfect, but better. Look at that backup strat. Stab the glass instead of fuck me in the ass. Alright. Alright. Let's do this. Easy peasy. Let's get the run going. Gotta start at some point. Jam Zaro. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Can get past the first area. That's cool. Don't run over the bear traps. Okay. Un forastero. How's it going, Gorman? I haven't talked to you since Interlude. Okay, this is getting pretty dumb. I'm just gonna run through this then. If I fail this grenade setup and the rocket setup, then I'll restart one more time, but I shouldn't. You and your brother are both amazing at poker, and I don't even understand the premise of that game. How the fuck did I do that? Ah, see, that game's hard. You actually have to be good at emotions and stuff. I'm not a functioning human, so it doesn't work that way. Okay, so because I got hit early on and I had to heal for it, or I'll have to heal it, I'm not going to do the nade skip, and I'm just going to do the boulder. So I won't gain the time there, but... Okay. Mash the X button! This is really hard to do when you have tendonitis in your right hand. Oh, I jumped way too early. It's not a style choice. You'll see in, hopefully, if I can keep the run going, you'll see in about 5 minutes, a little bit more than 5 minutes actually, probably about 10 minutes. It affects, so like this outfit is just my asshole on fire. Heh! No, this outfit is just simply for Leon's aesthetic. He just gets a hat, and because there's a weapon in this game that's a Chicago typewriter, which is just Thompson, which mobsters use. Blah, blah, blah. It's all Taylor. But the real reason why it's important, or why it's a stat difference, why it's used in this particular run, is that Ashley, the broad that you drag around with you for the whole game, is invincible in this version. With this outfit, so her outfit changes when Leon's does, and so she gets to be a knight, literally like a full knight armor, and she can't get hit, picked up, blown up, anything. This is going very poorly. But yeah, you'll see when I get to her. It's really, really helpful because in a lot of situations you can actually use Ashley as bait and to get stuff done that way. Please don't grab me. Okay. In other situations it's good because you can't damage her, so you can utilize her invincibility and just like bomb stuff. But in reality the best part about it is she just shuts, she just doesn't die. New game professional, like starting this game from scratch on the hardest difficulty, is really hard because Ashley dies in nearly one hit to everything. And in the actual game, lost time there too. Why do I keep doing that? Oh my god. Sweet. That could have been better. Alright, now I'm gonna go blow up a door with light. Okay, now give me good RNG, please. If I don't get grabbed by these guys... Woohoo! Alright. Dodging these motherfuckers like mobsters dodge their taxes. That's why you wear the suit, actually. Has nothing to do with Ashley. Just no taxes. And for the new viewers, I see there's a couple of them. If anybody's watching me pause and then unpause real quick, what I'm actually doing there is changing the speed in which Leon cycles through his animations. For some reason, the Striker has like a slower than normal aim animation, because every gun has an animation where you pull the gun up. The Striker is like slower than normal, so Capcom was like, okay, well, they must have been like playtesting it and realized that the Striker's really slow. So they added like a thing that just makes it so that you aim the Striker faster. So like doubles the speed. But if you interrupt it, if you interrupt the animation of him pulling up that Striker with the equipping of another weapon or a grenade, so it's a weapon, you'll actually carry that double speed over to every animation that Leon has. So that includes his running, as well as his knifing speed, his attack speed, so if you're shooting, and like climbing ladders, jumping down from things. So yeah, so I have to do that as much as possible. It's literally speedrunning the glitch. And the only problem is there's a couple different things that deactivate it. Most importantly, getting hit or taking damage, or just generally getting grabbed by an enemy, or stopped for any reason. If you open a door, so if you do an action where Leon has to change his, like an animation speed that isn't controlled by in-game, like opening a door, that'll change it back to the regular speed, because it's not holding the Striker animation anymore. Now it's just holding Leon's hands, because that's all he uses to open the door. So that'll change it back. Taking damage. Trying to think of anything else. Every time a cutscene plays that unloads actors, so if there's a cutscene that unloads enemies and Leon himself, when they reload it, it's just back to his default animation speed. So getting hit can really mess up stuff, because then you have to pause the game, equip the Striker, do the animation where he pulls it up, pause the game again. Fallen Fears, thank you very much for the follow. Hopefully you're enjoying me sucking at this. Okay, instead of getting 3 there, I got 1. I gotta stop trying that. It's gonna lose me so much time. So yeah, so getting hit can really blow up your time real quick. because every time you pause and have to re-equip the striker, you lose about a second and a half. Maybe a second if you're really fast at it, and sometimes I'm not very fast at it. But otherwise, it makes you do things faster, makes you run faster. So in open areas without doors, you can skip a lot of time by just doing that, which is really nice, as long as you don't fuck it up. What's really cool is that because of the Ditman glitch, which is what that glitch is called, a lot of new strats have been found to avoid opening doors or taking damage that are very important because the less you have to manage, the less time you have to manage your inventory, the faster the game goes, right? So this is the worst RNG possible for this boss fight. Because he'll get RNG. This boss fight is actually like, it's called a reset on my splits. Because if you're good at the game, you'd be running really well right now, and the RNG of this boss fight would kind of manipulate whether or not you continue your run. Bad RNG loses you like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, 3 minutes sometimes. But I'm just playing because I save most of my time in the later chapters. My PB is nowhere near world record. There we go. Only a minute behind. Jesus Christ. I haven't played well in like 3 days, so I apologize for the new viewers, guys. But PBing is definitely not out the window. This game is a lot about menuing and movement, and I can clean it up everywhere. So, just the more I play, the better chance I'll have. So, also on my PB, I died like 3 times. I think 3 times later on, in like the last 2 chapters. So, not a big deal. The weapon that I keep using, you'll see me use, the PRL 412 laser cannon, auto targets and auto kills everything after a charge. So in that situation, there's actually 3 boxes you're supposed to knock down so that you can cross this little river thing. But instead of doing that, I just hold the right trigger and X button for a minute. Wow. Okay, I should be able to dodge these guys. Hey, look at that. You weren't far enough away from the old record to grab a bite to eat, which was tough. Fair enough. Agent, did you get world record in New Game Plus Pro? I haven't memorized everybody who's running this game right now, or this category, because there's only 10 of us. I keep rubbing my nose, but I promise I'm not on cocaine. Where am I? Thanks. I appreciate that. It's a troll. Alright. I figured my stream was small enough, people wouldn't care to come and troll. But, you know, have your fun. So fun fact, since I have a couple new viewers who probably haven't ever watched this game, the puzzle here that I'm about to do, this light puzzle, has the exact same patterning to finish as the puzzle to get into Goma's lair. in Ocarina of Time. 231, 23 is number 1. And I tell that to everybody who comes in because it's a hilarious piece of information. Also, literally none of the puzzles in this game are actually puzzles.
Wait.
But yeah, so Muckfather, that's what I was talking about. Ashley, I got a gold split there. Saved second and a half. She's in a suit of armor. Yeah, she's in a suit of armor, so she's invincible. She can't be flashbang. She can't. Literally nothing happens to her. 1, 2. It's also very annoying because you get to listen to the clang clang of her feet the entire game. Now, if RNG proves right... Okay, there's that guy. RNG did not prove me right. So at this... Fuck you guys. At this moment, it is the only game I'm running on stream. Oh, you bitch. It's the only game I'm running right now on stream, but I'm going to be picking up a few more. There's a couple games in the past that I've run Fallen. I just haven't gotten back into the whole speedrunning world. It's been a few... it's been a little while. I'm probably going to be doing, just for funsies, trying my hand at Super Mario 64, probably 16 star, until I can get comfortable with the movement. I've never really played that game, so a lot of people like start with 70 star because they played the game before, and I have not. So we're gonna be probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes behind now, especially when I forget to skip cutscenes that I can skip. Wham Boat, thank you very much for the follow. This fight is very, very difficult normally, but in reality I have an infinite rocket launcher. So this is what happens instead. I might be like 2.5 minutes behind depending on how this cabin goes. Yeah, probably going to be doing Super Mario 64. I sometimes play just casual games when I don't have time, because these runs are 2 hours long. That actually wasn't a bad split. These runs are 2 hours long, so sometimes I don't have time to do, like, another one. I have another one. Oh god, I can't imagine how many, like, streamers have another one as, like, their sub and follow notifications. That's disturbing. Yeah, well, some games are short, like the 16-star Mario 64 run. That one's like, at your very worst, you're going to be spending less than an hour doing that. Watch me miss knife after knife. So that's kind of why I want to pick it up. There's a game that I used to play on stream back when I streamed in like 2014 called Pac-Man World 2. That game is a very movement-based... I've never had that happen before. I've never had Ashley get grabbed there. this run is full of issues already. And then, yeah, there's Pac-Man World 2, which is very movement-based. It's a weird game because it's Pac-Man and not everybody knows it, but it's movement-heavy. A couple sequence breaks, like 2 or 3 sequence breaks. But there's a very shitty, like the last area of the game is a water world. And that water world sucks balls because it's just an auto-scroller for 4 levels. Oh yeah, this is a really hard part of the game, by the way. But yeah, I want to play that game. I want to get a couple speedruns going at the same time so I can kind of bounce between them. But mostly this will probably be my focus until I get top 3 or world record in this category. And then I'm probably going to move to some of the harder categories. Yeah, the game is 4 worlds, and each world has 5 levels in it, and the entirety of the 4th world is a water auto-scroller. It's just boring. Yeah, we're gonna be a bit behind here, still. Losing time on this chapter too. One, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's just 5 levels. Like a fifth of the game is just underwater auto-scroller. It looks cool, and actually in-game it's not bad. But, oh yeah, Leon likes to change outfits in, like, the 3 cutscenes you'll see him in. Hard boss fight is hard. I'm sure some of you guys are disappointed, but none of the bosses in this game are actually really that interesting. Which sucks, because they're actually really, most of them are really cool boss fights when it comes to a Resident Evil game, but one of my favorite pieces about Resident Evil, just in general, not necessarily, you know, just 4, but all of them, is that Resident Evil started out back when arcadey gameplay was normal, but they were trying to change it up and kind of make it this horror genre kind of storytell type thing, and so that created like an interesting combination, and that interesting combination was the fact that it was arcadey with a story. So you had enemies that would, you know, despawn and set up kind of in a way that made it level by level, sort of, but then they had like the story that had followed you through the mansion and into the parts around the mansion, and a lot of little things combined to make it this interesting, unique mix. But one thing that they kept was boss fights. It was very common to have boss fights in your video games way back when, but now it's not so much, right? Like, a lot of games don't have boss fights, but even Resident Evil 7, the most recent one, which is very much a narrative-driven game, was all about that boss fight, kind of like phasey type gameplay, which I always thought was really cool. How much time did I lose? 6 seconds? Felt like I lost more there. Yeah, it kind of lost its way, I think, around Resident Evil 5 and 6, but, you know, that was supposed to be that. But, you know, Yeah, Resident Evil 6 had me so excited. Resident Evil 6 had me more excited than anything else, simply because of the fact that Chris and Leon were in a game together for the first time, and I was so excited for that. I was just like, oh, it's best of both worlds. Traditional Resident Evil, and then Leon, who started the game, you know, restarted the renaissance, I suppose, of like the new versions of Resident Evil, which I thought that was really cool. But it sucked. It was so bad, which really sucked. Why did I take? Okay. Okay. Well, this room kind of sucked. So sometimes Ashley will get like scared, and then she'll just kind of like cower, and it kind of blows. Because like there'll be enemies that are like incapacitated, but she'll why do I keep messing up my Ditman? Or she'll just like cower forever until you kill them, and sometimes it can be really irritating killing people. How did you reach me? Okay. This area wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. But one of these runs, like maybe 2 runs ago, I actually went all the way back there, opened that chest, didn't grab the key, ran all the way back to the door that I'm supposed to unlock, and then had to run all the way back, grab the key, come back, and unlock the door. And it was not a good time. Wait. At all. Okay. This is one of the scariest bosses in the game, in my opinion. Pew. Some bosses in this game die with just one quick uncharged shot from this weapon, and then other bosses, and like these guys, will take their whole health bar to die. Like, it'll take me like 4 or 5 charges. What the fuck? See, this is what I mean about Ashley cowering. She'll just do that sometimes. Okay, so here's the water hall, the dreaded water hall. One of the hardest rooms in the entire game, especially when you're not playing New Game Plus. Because it ends up in a situation where there's more enemies in this room that can attack you than like most rooms altogether, which really sucks. But in new game, like when you're just starting, if you're not prepped for this room, if you haven't properly, you know, if you don't have enough ammo and you're not ready to go. See, she just ran right into that dude and then crouched. No reason for that at all. No. This laser weapon, the PRL, stands for the Parasite Removal Laser. If you've never played this game at all, you might not know this, but later on in the game, actually at the very beginning of the game, after Chapter 1-1, the very beginning of the game, Leon gets infected with the Plagas that controls all these fuckers, and because of that, like, it doesn't manifest until a little bit later in the game, but you have to find a way to get it out of you. And that's not a big deal because it's part of the story. But there's a laser you find that you kind of like strap each other into because you take turns. Because Ashley also is infected with it. Anyway, so that laser isn't relevant really other than that point. But in the PS2 version, when they re-released this game, they added this costume set, and they added Separate Ways, which was a whole subset chapter of the game, like a whole 5 chapters you can play as Ada, who's another character, side character in this game that you don't get to see outside of the cutscenes, so you won't see it at all in this run, really. But you get to play as her, and then they also added this weapon, which is the Parasite Removal Laser 412 laser cannon. It just kills everything. It's just a weaponized version of the laser that you guys use to save yourselves from dying. But yeah, it kind of breaks New Game Plus. Once you unlock it, because you just get it for beating the game on the hardest difficulty. So you do have to do that first. But once you do that, the game is impossibly easy. In like a regular run, you should never take damage or die, really. But in a speed run, you can still take damage and die because it takes a while to charge. Like this only kills some bosses, but like regular guys, like these dudes will take 3 or 4 hits to kill with just a little flash. So you have to do the full charge and then let it go. But in New Game Plus Pro, or New Game Pro, the speedrun, which is where you just start the game on the hardest difficulty from nothing. Yeah, where you start the game from nothing. It's very hard. How did that even happen? Yeah. The only weapons that I use in this game that are like regular weapons are grenades. Oh, and the striker, the shotgun that I don't ever actually fire other than the beginning of the game. Lost 15 seconds on that chapter. I thought I was doing better on that chapter. I might be able to do that, actually. These guys are literally the worst enemy in the game. They have 0 startup on their animations. All of their animations are like really long range, and they're fast as fuck. Like that. And they hurt so bad. This room is pretty balls. Because these guys are just everywhere. And they're invisible. I forgot to mention that. They do a lot of damage. They're fast. 0 startup on their frames. Oh, and then, yeah, they're also invisible. But somebody years ago found out that if you don't look at them, they don't really attack much. And that kind of goes for everything in the game. Like all the enemies, they just kind of don't attack you if you can't see them. But it's one of those things that I don't use very much as a... I just lost like 5 seconds doing nothing there. Okay. We can still technically PB. I just gotta play clean in a couple chapters and then not die. Yeah, I got everybody. Sometimes you don't get everybody with that, and then it plays an extra cutscene. Or two. Which kind of sucks. This room is hard as balls on New Game. Again, not that hard on this version. Because of stuff. But that red guy, he runs around the room, and in the normal game, there's not really a good way to kill him, because he like runs fast. But in this version, you can just turn around and do that. And if he gets all the way around the room and runs down this one door, he comes up out of the ground with a giant fucking chain gun. And you have to try and fight around that and then kill him and get this key. And, okay. And then there's this wonderful puzzle that's very hard. The answer is very hard. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget that, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't really need to do that. So I lost time already here because I did like an extra step I didn't need to do. If you run at these archer guys, they just run away from you. I remember being a kid and really bored, and I would just like follow them around. I would kill all but like one archer, and then I would just follow them around the room. This next area scared the balls out of me too. You're stuck in a maze with a bunch of crazy dogs with tentacles. Fun fact, the room I just passed to there was actually a door that when you come back with Ashley, after you've gotten Ashley back this next upcoming time, you can come back here, and then the room that I just passed to the right has a magnum in it. You can come back and get it there by blowing the lock off of a door you get to later. Long story short, on the GameCube version, and I think they removed it in all the other versions, but I think it's just the GameCube version. If you have the TMP, which is the essentially the only automatic weapon in the game, you can the only automatic weapon aside from the assault rifle I have here, you can actually oh man, you can lean through the door and shoot the lock off the other side and skip like this entire chapter, which makes it seem like that version would be faster because you skip an entire chapter, but the GameCube loading times are so awful that it's faster to just play the chapter on the Steam Steam load times. Like, it's just better that way. I think I golded this split, which kind of bothers me in like 4 different ways. Yeah, I did. I keep getting gold splits on my awful runs. And again, because I've taken so much damage, I have to keep picking up health items. This is a stupid chapter, because it's not really a chapter. And if it looks like I'm already losing time and it doesn't seem why, it's because this chapter is like a minute long typically. So I'm probably not going to gain or lose any time here, really at all. See, what I just did there was literally just throw a grenade at Ashley. So she's like chained up in these bars. Bloop, bloop. She's chained up in these bars, and I could just throw a grenade at her to get her. I just throw a grenade at her and break all the bars. But in the normal version of the game, you can't do that because she's vulnerable and you can kill her. So you have to like snipe off all of the. You have to like snipe off all of the bars. But in this, you just throw grenades at her or fire a rocket at her or whatever else you want to do. So it's nice and safe. And then this this is called Ass Man because every single time you do anything with Ashley in this area, she just shows her ass to everybody. See? Butt. And in every other costume, she has like a defined butt that actually looks, you know, like a butt. In this, it just looks like a pair of, like, armor. Chainmail. Oh, I fucked up and I didn't raise that on high enough, I don't think. Please. Oh, thank God. And in this area you play as Ashley, and when she's actually vulnerable, it sucks. But I fucked up and I went the wrong way. It's also scary. It's like the only area in the entire game where you're completely defenseless. Just a flashlight that she got somewhere. Don't know why she has a flashlight, but she does. Hard puzzle. Move the middle piece once, just turn the corners. See, those guys are scary when you're not invincible. Because they've got big axes and they swing and they kill you. I don't know, I dodged that. It's so much slower if you dodge them. It's literally faster to get hit in this version. Or with this outfit. Ah! I was gonna save like 25 seconds here, but I don't know if I'm going to actually. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see if I can cut these real clean corners. Raise your dongers. Ooh, that was hard. Man, I golded that for 31 seconds. Whew. Look at that, guys. We're back in it. Four golds in a row. 3 golds. Let's go for 4. 4 golds? Think we can do 4 glods? 4 glods? I think we can do 4 glods. I believe in the me who believes in you who believes in me. Fuck those dudes. They can suck my dick. Okay. So I watched a couple different runs of this game. Don't believe in me that believes in you. You're believe in the you that believes in yourself. I believe in you. I believe that. Believe it! Bataro. Ooh, got the perfect run too. If you cut that real clean, you can skip one of the cycles of the rotating door. That was a really good room. That was really good. So my sum of best is now under 140, which means it's doable. So Fallen, what do you play? What brought you to my stream? My humble little corner of the Twitch. Oh. Are you a mucker? Wait. I did that in the wrong pattern, but whatever.
Follow me.
I pause the game there every time for no reason. Like I'm trying to skip a cutscene that doesn't happen. I could probably dip man there and save some time. But I didn't. Well, I'm glad you decided to stick around, Fallen. Even if you never come back again. Which I would hope you would, but even if you don't, thank you very much. To be honest, on runs like that start out like this, the only reason... Oh, fuck. The lag in this room is so bad. The only reason I keep playing is because, you know, you guys are watching. So appreciate that. I haven't put this up yet on my stream, but at 100 followers, or maybe even sooner... But maybe even sooner, before the 100 followers, I might be giving away Steam codes, because I'll be totally clear, I'm a humble monthly subscriber, and half of the stuff I get on that I don't have, or I don't want to play, I don't have time to play, I don't, you know, whatever. So I have a lot of Steam codes, both good and meh, but I have a lot of Steam codes to just deal with. So I'm gonna give those away. Probably, I think I'm gonna do it at 50 followers, and then another one at 100 followers, but not sure yet. So if you have any friends who want a chance at free games, oh shit. So Ashley's been kidnapped once already, this game, where she ran away and got trapped in the wall. And right about here, she gets trickety trapped again. She gets taken. I skipped the cutscene, but she actually gets grabbed by one of those fuckers. And she gets taken away, so that's real fun. So now she's gone again, which is nice because I don't have to deal with her bullshit. But bad because I have to go find her now. Skip 3 cutscenes right here. 1. Oh, there's 2 there actually. Okay, so now this area is really weird. There's one dude up here that isn't RNG, but I always seem to get hit by him anyway, because I'm bad at this game. And then this room has this stupid puzzle where you're supposed to knock out these 4 clips, or 4 little pieces of wood that like block the things from turning, and I missed one. And I can't seem to... It's just an easy shot that you just have to line up your gun right, because it auto-targets anyway. But I keep... keep missing the like angle to get all of them at once. So typically you'd dip man with a grenade here, so you'd run even faster because the smaller item, you're carrying, the faster you move. So grenade beats nothing beats everything. If you like fire a rocket launcher, if you fire a rocket launcher, when he goes back to normal, he actually like doesn't have anything in his hands. That's the fastest you can, but you can't actively select nothing in this game. So the next best thing is grenades. And so typically, never seen that before. Never gotten stunned there. Typically you grab a grenade there, but I'm kind of a bitch. And I'm gonna skip all that because I took damage on there in my PB. This game gets fucking crazy intense right here because you have to fight 2 Gyarados, and they're invincible from the front, and they follow your movements. So if you try to run, they'll follow you. If you shoot a weapon, they follow you. And then immediately after that, you come down here and you fight one of the craziest bosses in the entire game, Verdugo. And yeah, if you don't follow the fucking Muckfather, then what are you even doing with your life? So you can actually, if you run right, I did not run right. Yeah, I could have made that one. Hey, we in there. A follow from the muck. A follow from the muck poppy. That's all I could ever ask for in my life. Oh, I could have saved time with the grenade, but I'm going to have to redo it anyway. Okay. The cutscene stops you and reloads all the actors for no reason, just to show you that an elevator is coming up. I'm dropping a bunch of frames now. I don't know why. If I PB on this run, I'm going to be real mad. If I was paying attention there, I would have gotten back into the greens. I can't really do anything on this run to, I can't do anything while running to fix those frame drops. It looks like we're looking better now. Looks like it was just a bit of a hiccup. Okay, so that was all unnecessary damage. Unnecessary damage. Okay. So that could have been bad. There should be an easy way to follow. Like, if you should be able to click on somebody and say, do they follow me? Okay, this room is extra hell. Because you remember what I said about those Nidificadors earlier, where they can just kind of instant attack you and no startup and the whole 9 poopy yards? Yeah, well, there's a bunch of them, and now I'm in a cave system. So now it's like super tight, close quarters combat. Yeah. Okay, so I cleared out most of them there without taking any damage. But I had a run going yesterday, and I literally got stun locked. I thought I killed more of them than I did. Okay. Whew. Sorry. Sorry about that, Gorman. I have links blocked in my chat. We back in the green, boys. We back in the green. Yeah, it will, but it'll say blocked on everybody else's. Sorry. Or deleted link. Once I have a reason to have mods, like enough of a viewership to have mods, I'll allow my mods to review links, but I don't have, literally, this game makes it, there's 2 places in the entire game where I can take one hand off the controller, and not a single one that I can ever take both hands off the controller. So, fun times. Took a new route there. Didn't exactly work out the way I wanted it to. Okay, hopefully. Ooh, that was close. Okay. That wasn't bad. But in that situation, you're supposed to toss a grenade to blow up that door so you can just run right through it. But now, here's my favorite skip that's been found in recent years. There used to be this really long auto. There used to be 2 really long auto scrollers in Resident Evil 4, and one of them was right here. One of them's later on. But instead of taking that really long auto scroller, you just become Jesus, or you become PTR Mercy, and you end up doing this, and you're running through. I'm skipping the entirety of it, all of this auto scroller, and I get down to the last area, and now I just run around in a circle for a while. So if anybody wants to talk, bring up any politics, I don't know, man. This is like it's 15, 20 seconds of me just doing this. But it's so much better than the stupid auto-scroller. I get swallowed up. How's the weather's great here actually. It's cooling down just enough. I don't really like it very warm. It's because I'm kind of fat. But yeah, it's cooling down just enough that I like it. But so yeah, skip that whole auto scroller, which is just the dream of every run. Right? Yeah, man. It's great. Okay. How did I lose so much time on that area? Did anybody know? Did I get like hit or stuck or anything? I don't remember how I lost that much time. I lost 10 seconds. Oh. Fucking hate archers, dude. Whew. Okay, so taking that hit slowed me down quite a bit, but shouldn't be too awful. Now I get to run away from, get it, a giant statue of a midget. Or of a dwarf, or whatever. He's a tiny little man in a big hat. So far I've only played this in Epic Battle Simulator for like a minute or two. Back in the day when I used to stream back in like 2013, 2014, I played other games. I played a lot of Smash on stream and stuff, but since I came back I've just been speedrunning. But like I said, I will be. I don't have an issue with playing games that are non-speedrunning. I just don't much. I was playing Overwatch the other day, and I was thinking that maybe I could just do some casual Overwatch stuff when I get bored. And I know you play a lot of Overwatch on stream. Ooh, I ducked that. So that was scary. I was one A press, not even a half a press, but one A press away. One half A press away from quitting to the main menu. Oh, that makes sense. I always pick the wrong direction for that. Sorry, I was so quiet there. There's a lot of bad dudes that hit me. In that situation, there's a bunch of dudes like jumping down on top of the elevator. And if you don't knock them off at the very right time, they stop the elevator completely on its ascent. So. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. So you can skip that by just killing him right away with the PRL, but I can't seem to hit the angle right or something. Which sucks, but lost some time there. But this is where the run gets better. That's what I say. As long as I'm not dying, as long as I'm not dying, I should be gaining time, or gaining time. Well, yeah, if you ever want to play Overwatch and, you know, whatever. I don't know if we're friends on Facebook or not, but if we are, shoot me a message. I'd be okay with streaming some Overwatch with you. Still up by a second, I think. Hey! Lost 4 seconds there. Okay, so I can save some time here. We can all play together. Yeah, I mean, no problem. No reason why we can't. Oh, so there's like a sequence break sort of here. That if I aim this the exact right way without this laser, because there's supposed to be a laser hitting it. There's supposed to be this laser hitting that. Right now I don't have a streaming schedule, at least nothing concrete. Oh, I got the skip. Okay. I was really hoping to not take damage there, but at least I got the skip. I don't have a streaming schedule right now. I've been off of work for a little while because I hurt my wrist real bad, and because of that, I've been streaming whenever I get a chance. But when I go back to work, I'm at work 11 hours a day, but I only work 4 days a week. So my plan is to stream one run every day after I get back from work, and cut my sleeping time down to 6 hours. And that'll probably be from like 12:30 to 2:30 or 1 to 3 type in the morning, because I work till midnight. But I don't know for sure. I might stream before work too, or some days if I'm really feeling it, maybe both. But yeah, so before work would be like my ass is on fire. Fuck me in the asshole. That lost me so much time. This chapter is hard. There's a lot of little areas that just get you hurt. Fuck. Woo. Okay. So yeah, I guess tentative streaming schedule when I get back to work, which should be like next week, will be either probably like 10 to 12-ish in the morning, or 12 to 3-ish in the afternoon. Also very hard puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Just like that one puzzle is 1, 2, 3, 4. This puzzle is 3, 2, 1. Puzzle at the beginning of the game is 2, 3, 1. Fun times. Hard puzzles. Scariest enemies in the game, probably. Just overall creep factor. Because they pant like that. And now there's multiple in this room, so it's like super creepy. Fuck. Just lost time for menus. They regenerate. They have 5 plagas as compared to the regular enemies that have 1, and so they can regenerate limbs. So if you like blow off their arm, they'll like grow an arm back, or if you blow off their head, they'll grow their head back. So you have to. The game tells you to get an infrared scope to look on the inside of them and blow out all the plagas that you can see. But it doesn't always work that way. And by doesn't always work that way, I mean it doesn't work that way. You need the sniper rifle first off. You specifically, I think... I'm alright. We're alright. We living. I would really wish to like stop taking damage now though. But yeah, so in like speedrun, like they're not that big of a deal because you can just run past them. But this motherfucker's just the regenerator, already terrifying. Just covered in spikes with an instant kill. You know, normal. It's called the Iron Maiden. Because he literally, like, he'll reach across the room, grab you, pull you in, and then you'll just be, like, stabbed. And on professional, it's an instant kill, which is what this difficulty is. Okay. Okay, so technically you can skip that without attacking anybody, but I'm not dumb. Same way with those guys. You can get them to swing and then bypass them altogether, but... Saved a minute 19? What? Okay, that could have gone quite a bit better. See what I mean about the whole crouching at nothing thing? So, if you have to enter a loading zone at all, to load into a room that doesn't have a door, you can leave Ashley wherever the hell you want. Every other time, if it's like a door or something you have to press to interact with, if you are too far away from Ashley, they will tell you to wait for Ashley. You can't leave Ashley behind, but you know, you can. Alright, that's always scary, because the Iron Maidens have like this tendency to kill you instantly. But, you know, that worked out pretty well. I was able to just flashbang and get around them.
Look, there's a gate.
Put Ashley to work. And just instant kill everybody for the next couple seconds. I can't believe I'm a minute 19 ahead already. They all spawn right there. They like come out of that door that doesn't open. See? You can literally see them fall. Because they have a little bit of a falling animation. There's a GIF that's online that's really popular, where you like open that door and then you immediately slam it back down.
Wait.
We're not doing too bad, guys.
Follow me.
I don't know if sub 140 is going to be real easy or not,
Leave it to me, Leon.
but you never know. We're going to keep trying.
Wait.
2, 3. I think we can. I think I have a few more strats under my in my hand, up my sleeve, if you will. This is the second auto scroller, by the way. This one's a little bit more interactive than the other one was back in the day, because this one has people come from front and from behind. You have to get off the cart at one point in time, or off the truck, and do some stuff. But I don't know. I think with what the strats that I do have, that we can PB, or we can do sub 40, but I'm not 100% sure. I have 2 deaths later in the run on my PB that were not awful. They, like, one of them was, I think, 60-ish seconds, maybe 50 seconds, and the other one I don't remember, but it was pretty costly. So if I can just negate all deaths and then utilize these 2 new strategies, or a combination of these strategies and safe strats, things should go okay. So, but yeah, this is pretty much what all of the auto scrollers are in this game, just kind of shooting people. There's gonna be a truck that shows up like before, if you were around for chapter 2, 3. More dudes. More dudes coming from the sky. And then the truck starts up again here in a second. Oh, I missed him. Once I hit the truck one more time. I can dip man, and then I'm going to pull up to a thing here. And I can jump off the truck and then go up the ladder before the cutscene even happens. Save some time. Please let me jump. Yes.
I'm leaving it to you.
Okay. That wasn't great, but that wasn't bad. Okay. I don't know if we'll save a minute here. Please don't hit me. As long as this fucking crossbow guy. Woo! Whew! Alright. That was really good, guys. That was actually really good. I'm excited. I just gotta watch my health a little bit. Make sure that I have enough healing items for chapter 5.3 and 5.4, because you take a lot of damage there whether you want to or not. We're gonna be just about a minute ahead, I think. Now, I used to flip around and shoot these guys before they jump on the cart, but it was just too much input, and I ended up messing up once, taking damage when I shouldn't have. So now I just let them fall into their doom. Like that. And this. And that. And this. These guys suck at their job. Just shitty job, though. And it's not even a job. And then the truck comes from in front of us, even though Ashley can't see it at all yet, and she says, it's coming right at us. Like, I mean, the reeds, Toph. The reeds. Yeah, we're gonna be just about maybe a minute and a half ahead. Gotta run through these 2 rooms to end the chapter. Something really important there happens, but you guys don't need to see it. I only saved an extra 8. I saved time. I didn't lose time. Okay. Upcoming is one of my deaths. It was in one of the only unskippable cutscenes in the entire game. You have to do a knife fight, like bros, with a bro of yours. Former bro. And the cutscene's unskippable, and it has 13 QuickTime events. And if you fail any one of them, you die, and then you spawn back like here. So, yeah. I gotta focus, because these come out of nowhere. Although I should know them by now. There's always one that I forget about in the sampler Sadler gave me here. Here's the only exposition. Figure out the whole story from just this, guys. This is all you get. That's all you get. Go for it. I believe in you.
Krauser. I died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you? You're the one who kidnapped Ashley. You catch on quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from. What do you want? The sample Sadler developed, that's all.
That's the one I died on, I think. Because I don't remember that one.
Oh, I needed her to buy Sadler.
What does this mean?
Like you, I'm American.
Like, I say this every time, but what does that mean? Like, if you were at a Smash tournament, Smash Brothers, and you're both from Wisconsin, you see each other in California, and you're like, I had to do a thing because, like you, I'm from Wisconsin. Like, yeah, I'm aware of that because we're friends. Like, we know each other. One more quick time event, and I think I beat the cutscene. Okay, I just gotta do the mashing now.
All for umbrellas.
Whew, that should save about 35 seconds.
Almost let it slip.
Umbrella.
Talk. Die,
He
comrade.
didn't almost let it slip. He let it slip.
Ada! If it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Gets playing the pro.
Looks like we have the upper hand.
It's so dumb. And he's like, it was all for Umbrella's sake. Oh, almost let it slip. No, Krauser.
You, may
You
be
let it
able to
slip.
prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You can't blast a chick in the face and be like, oh, almost got you in the face.
More or less.
Don't work that way.
Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
I almost did the return to the menu thing again. Okay, let's not lose all of our gained time here, Adam. Okay, so now this chapter is far from over. It actually gets kind of hard from here on out. Like real hard. It has an area that I think I died on before. I'm not sure though. Yeah, right? Like, if you know anything about the storyline, it's a really big deal that she's here. In Resident Evil 2, she dies. Like, Leon falls in love with her, and then she dies. And then she just shows up casually, like, twice. And that's like the third time you've seen her. And you're just like, wait, what the fuck? And Leon's just like, alright, I'll just let her walk the fuck away. I don't know, man. He's just a weird dude. Now, yeah, upcoming is... It's a hard area for me because my movement is still kind of like a baby. But for most good runners of this game, it's not that big of a deal. I just gotta play it careful, because I should probably heal too. Because this boss will instant kill you if he grabs you. And it's all in tight quarters and they're all quick time events. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal right away. I guess, yeah. I did that backwards. What did I just do? Did I just turn on inverted aim? Oh! Oh! I just wasted like 15 seconds for nothing. Yes, shotgun shells is what I need. So I'm losing a little bit of time here. Oh no. Where am I? I lost so much time already. And there's still 2 more phases to this fight. That guy didn't, that attack is stupid. Oh, I could have dodged that one. This is just a sequence break straight up. I keep menuing on accident. Scary. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. That sucked. The second half of Krauser is going to be balls to try and keep myself alive here. So if she stopped breathing and then start breathing again, she a thought. Okay. Got it. I don't know how that whole thought thing works. Woohoo! Fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all motherfuckers. Y'all need Jesus. Okay, so this wasn't so bad. I just gotta make sure that this goes really well. I messed up. Okay, that could have been better. That also could have been worse. I just stood there for 3 seconds to do nothing. Like, there was no reason for me to stand there. But I'm okay with him being behind me because he'll just follow me. And as long as he's following me, he's not shooting at me. Yeah, okay. So this room typically sucks big butts. Oh, I got it. Okay. You can use the Dipman glitch there to like save time and skip that whole rigmarole, but I did not. I mean, I kind of did, but I didn't really. If you catch my drift. Fuck. Okay. What is it that you fight for? Comrade. You can like talk back to him and then they have like this little moment. He's like, my past, I suppose. Leon says that. And then Krauser, in the Infinite Wisdom, he says his umbrella. You know that thing he didn't want to let slip earlier? He just straight up fucking tells you. Look for your death, Leon. Oh, I did a lot of dying there. Got me good. I don't know if I'm going to save time here or not. $240. Not bad. Not bad. So this is my favorite part of the game if you're playing through it normally. Because you meet Mike. At the beginning of the game, right around that cabin area, I don't know who was all still around for that, but where I fire rockets out of the windows for like 2 minutes and then everything goes back to being good. Right before that, you get a call, and Hunnigan, your lady in the chair, if anybody's seen the new Spider-Man movie, she says that your helicopter's been shot down, and they're sending you a new one. And that was at like the, chapter 2.1 or 2.3, 2.2. I think it was chapter 2.2. I can't remember actually. Yeah, chapter 2.2. And he just shows up now. Okay, so this is one of 2 nearly impossible places. Keep getting hit, which is real fun. Please don't get hit again. Okay, so this part's really, really hard. There's 3 chain guns and probably about 15 enemies at any given time. And you have to kind of figure out your best way around all of this. And there's no real strategy for it. There's all kind of like half strategies. And there's also the RNG of Mike, the helicopter pilot. He will sometimes shoot people and blow up those chain guns, like that. And if he does, it saves you a lot of time, specifically if he blows up the one he just blew up, which I'm really happy he did, because I can do this. safe strats to grab all the health items I can. No death. Okay. And then, of course, in typical Resident Evil fashion, or Capcom fashion, helicopter pilot gets blown up. Like always. Now, here comes the second hard part. First one was hard. This one can be even harder sometimes. And if I think I remember correctly, this was one of the 2 areas that I died in. I actually think I died 3 times in my PB. I don't remember exactly. But if I do this perfect the first time, I think we could do sub 140, but it's gonna be tough, guys. Oh, I think I did it. I don't know if it's going to be sub 140. I don't know if it's going to be sub 140, but it might be just under that. I didn't need that. Okay, so according to this, it will be. As long as I don't fuck up the boss fight, guys. That's literally all I have to do is this boss fight right here. Hard boss fight. I think we got it, guys. Okay. This part's not hard. I think we got it. PB sub 140. Should be about a 5-minute time save. Yes! This would have been sub 140 easy peasy if I didn't lose all that time early on. Sub 140. Fuck yes. All right. Whew. It's an auto splitter, so I can't really stop it. It just kind of happens. Fuck yeah. Yeah. 139.16 in game time. Yes. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Thank you. Early on sucked, but look at all those golds. I got so many golds. I always do that. I always go really far behind early on and then get golds everywhere else. Yes! Fuck yeah. I have to go to the bathroom quick. I'll be right back, guys, alright?